Also today, I am working in my studio, and I thought I'd show you just a couple of things, the steps that a painting goes through. So, for example, this one, I've finished the whole painting and I've signed it. However, I usually sign them after I've done more things, but I had the pens out, but it's not done because I still have to paint the edges, which I'm going to do in a minute. But before that, I have, for example, this one, which I've drawn out. You can't really see the lines because I did them in a pale gray. And I will start. This is what I'm going to be painting next. I have this big one, which is almost completely done, except that on the back, sign it again and put the date and the copyright and things like that. Plus it has to have the wire hangers. So there's several steps to this whole process. And then I'm not even telling them to you in order, so please don't get too confused. This one is finished painting. I've painted the edges, but I need to varnish it because they're acrylic, and acrylic it's basically a plastic, so it can stay just a little bit tacky, and then like you can't really feel that, but the dust apparently feels it, so it can get kind of dirty. So what I want to do is varnish it so that it's a more slippery surface and it repels dust and it's easier to clean. The other thing that's new is I got this little clip-on mic. So I'm trying that out today. I hope it works. Now for this painting, the dark in here is actually not black. This is a purple mix in the shadows. This part is this is black, but in the vines, it's actually a really dark green. So I thought I would paint the edges in that dark green, and instead of putting it in my palette, because it's a liquid paint, I'm just going to put it in this little dish, and that way I don't have to get the palette all messy, because I probably, I'm not going to use it for anything else soon anyway. And this one also tends to plug up, so I have to clean that out first. And sorry for turning my back, but I'm trying not to do that. Let me see. Oh, there we go. So I'll probably have to refill this several times. But it depends, because depending on the viscosity, that's how thick it is, determines how far it goes. So I'm going to move my easel a little bit here. Just turn it sideways. It has wheels on the front, so I can actually roll it out, but they don't have steering wheels, so I have to kind of go back and forth with it like this. Thought I'd just move it a little bit so that you can see as I work on this. My brush is just a little foam one that I have already dampened, and so I pick up the paint just like that, and then just carefully go along the edge. And I'll show you on this side. Forgive me for having my back to the camera again, but I will go just down along the edge like this, and make sure not to press too hard, because I don't want it to go over the edge. And also because if I press hard, then you can see it's not a solid cover. And I don't want to have to put too many coats on it, but usually I have to put 2 on it anyway. So I'm going to work on that. I wanted to ask you or talk to you about something else as well. This is kind of an idea that I've been kind of mulling over for quite a while. Which way to go with my art business with regard to YouTube. And I love doing YouTube videos, and I had to take a break basically because I needed to avoid burnout. So I took a break, and it was from like the end of November until February. And it was really helpful because it gave me a chance to relax about things, get Christmas out of the way, and also to think about what direction I want to go going forward. And I have been thinking about teaching some classes, online classes. At this moment, I don't want to do anything big, but what I think I will probably do, this is sort of what I'm toying with, is, let me just show you this. I thought to teach project classes. So that would mean you just get a list, a supply list, and then we go through it together, and it's just step by step. And it would be something like this, which is fairly straightforward to do, but it would be step by step. So in the end, you have this complete project. So you have your own painting. Anyway, there's a thought. Let me know. I realize that this is going to be up for who knows how long. Like with YouTube, it could be forever. Check below. There will be details as I develop them. So I'm just going to finish this, and then we can talk some more. For the moment, I've finished as far as I can go. Usually, like I said, it needs to have 2 coats or sometimes 3 so that it's really nice and solid. But you can't do them all at once because one side is always going to be wet. So you have to paint some, then turn it over, and paint some, and then turn it over, and then wait till all that dries, and then do the 4th one, and then do the whole thing again. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe below and click the little bell so you get notifications. And I'll see you next time.